if the Apostle Paul were sent to preach to the Athenians today? Let's take a lighthearted approach as we dive into the powerful message of Acts 17:22-32. You see, the Apostle Paul had quite the challenge in front of him as he stood before the Athenians, a city known for its diverse beliefs and practices. It was like a religious buffet out there, with gods and idols at every turn. I imagine Paul must have felt like he was at a spiritual food court, trying to navigate the different options. Picture this. Paul starts his speech by saying, "Hey, Athenians, you've got it going on with your devotion to all these gods. I mean, I've never seen so many statues in my life. It's like a religious Olympics out here." Can you imagine the puzzled looks on their faces? But Paul was no ordinary speaker. He had a clever trick up his sleeve. He spots an altar with an inscription that says, "To the unknown God." Now, I don't know about you, but that's like leaving a blank space on a form and hoping someone else will fill it out for you. So Paul seizes the opportunity and says, "Hey, I noticed you guys are so thorough that you even have an altar for the God you don't even know yet. Well, guess what? I'm here to introduce you to him." Now here's where the story gets really interesting. Paul starts sharing about this unknown God, the creator of everything. And I can almost see the Athenians scratching their heads thinking, wait a minute, we have all these gods, and now there's one we don't even know about. What's the deal? But Paul keeps their attention with his engaging storytelling. He goes on to talk about how this God doesn't need fancy temples or a VIP pass to get to him. He's not like those exclusive nightclubs where you have to be on the list. Nope, this God is accessible to everyone. No velvet ropes or bouncers are involved. It's like the ultimate open-door policy. But the real kicker is when Paul drops the resurrection bombshell. He tells them, guess what, folks? This God, who created the universe, raised Jesus from the dead. Yeah, you heard me right. He conquered death and all that. Talk about a plot twist. I can imagine the gasps and wide eyes in the crowd. Paul wraps it up by saying, look guys, the clock is ticking. There's a day of judgment coming. It's like a reality TV show finale, and you want to make sure you're on the winning team. So let's ditch the idols and turn our focus to the one true God. It's time to upgrade your spiritual subscription. Now, I know we've had a good laugh, but let's not miss the underlying message here. We are reminded that our search for meaning and purpose can only be fulfilled in a personal relationship with the living God. We are invited to turn away from the idols and false gods that may captivate our hearts and instead place our faith in Jesus Christ, who offers us forgiveness, redemption, and abundant life. Moreover, Paul's words challenge us to examine our own lives and beliefs. Are there idols that we have unknowingly worshipped? Are there areas in our lives where we have placed our trust in things that do not truly satisfy? Let us take this moment to reflect and surrender those idols to the one true God. Lastly, Paul warns of the impending judgment and calls us to repentance. This is not a message of fear, but of urgency and hope. It is an invitation to embrace the love, grace, and forgiveness that God extends to us. It is an opportunity to turn away from our old ways and align our hearts and minds with the purpose for which we were created. In conclusion, my dear friends, let us be inspired by Paul's example. Let us embrace the call to engage with people of diverse beliefs and share the truth of the gospel. May we have the courage to speak boldly, yet with gentleness and respect, as we share the message of salvation. May we also be mindful of the idols that may subtly find their way into our lives, diverting our attention and devotion from the one true God. And may we respond to the call of repentance, allowing God to transform our hearts and guide us on the path of righteousness. Remember, the message of Acts 17:22-32 is not just for the people of Athens, it is for us today. May we embrace it, live it out, and share it with others. Let us be ambassadors of hope, leading others to the life-transforming truth found in Jesus Christ. May God bless you abundantly as you navigate this journey of faith, seeking to honor Him in all that you do. I will see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing and sharing with your loved ones.